Here's a quick dog culture one for you guys. So, have you heard about the new drug that you can give your dog to make it last like a year longer or something? Supposedly, it's aimed at like Great Danes and other large dogs that have been inbred, so they will be, really big and everything. So this is gonna reduce their growth hormone in their body, so they'll live a little bit longer. So now you can go buy a drug for your dog to make it live longer, and you can spend more money at the vet, and you can be more financially limited because you got to blow a bunch of money for these injections you got to give your dog every so often. So I mean, luckily, a lot of the comments, it seems like people realize this is just another drug company scam or whatever, and people are saying, well, you should just go take care of your dog while it's alive. So that's kind of cool, but this is an example of how protected the pit bull culture is. So if you go look at like pit bull victim awareness and other channels that show you what pit bulls are doing to other people's dogs, they're killing them, they're maiming them, they're spilling their guts and blood all over the sidewalks and yards and people's clothing. It's a freaking bloodbath. It really is. I mean, yeah, that's a bit of an explicit word, but it's a bloodbath. People will be out walking their lab, and two stray pit bulls will kill the lab or put the lab in thousands of dollars of surgery, and they just take the pit bull and relocate it. They just relocate it like, oh, just go live with some other family, go to another shelter, and go kill some more people. So if you want your dog to live longer, then carry a proper self defense weapon when these pit bulls come. Why don't they promote that? Why don't they stop promoting pit bull so hard, and then you won't need a pill to make your dog live. Your dog will live longer because it's not going to get killed by a pit bull. You see, the pit bull culture is over here laying dogs to waste, and then you got these people over here. Well, take a pill, your dog will live a year longer. How about take a giant shotgun for when these pit bulls attack you, or carry a freaking machete or something, or three bodyguards with concealed carry licenses. They're ignoring the fact that pit bulls and other bully breeds are killing dogs, and sometimes it's not pit bull dogs either. Dogs will just kill each other and start a fight just because they're territorial. They have no idea of, hey, that's not my space. I need to stay over here. But then they're going to be like, well, if you want your dog to you want some more years with Fluffy, go take our pills. Like, well, yeah, or you could make sure your dog doesn't get bit by a pit bull when you're out walking. All these suburban areas where people are packed in tight, these pit bull attacks on other people's dogs, and then other people, they're through the roof. They keep happening more and more, and then the authorities or the veterinarians or whatever, the shelter people, they just give the owners of these pit bulls a choice. Like, well, you can euthanize them or you can get a dangerous dog label on them, but then you have to relocate them. Go to some other neighborhood where they'll attack somebody there. They're not going to euthanize the dog. They're barely going to punish the owner. And the price is people are losing their little precious dogs all over the place. And then they're going to tell society that they need to buy a pill to save their dog. Why don't you buy something that can neutralize a pit bull when you're out on your walk? Or why don't you quit promoting pit bull ownership? Pictures up everywhere of pit bulls inside of little baby bassinets, and pit bulls getting hugs and climbing up. And every time you see a pit bull advertisement, the word love and precious is like all inside there. Loving pit bull found his precious owner to live his long loving life forever in the life of the love of the Christ of the light, and all these pictures of the pit bull jumping up on somebody and stuff. The dog is just responding to food and stimuli. The dog didn't, adopt a new lifestyle of love and happiness and peace like everybody says. The dog's just responding to stimuli. So yeah, isn't that interesting that pit bull culture is so protected that society at large is going to try to sell you a pill to make your dog live longer, yet your dog can live easily longer with no side effects if you just quit putting them close to pit bulls. But no, don't worry about that. Let pit bulls keep killing your dogs. Go buy this pill to keep your dog alive longer. Yeah, so these drug companies, they're getting rich off of your dog dying, and and there's a solution for society at large, dogs to quit getting killed, but they're not going to put any attention into that. Instead, they're going to say, well, you know what we can do? We can give you a drug here that'll make your dog live longer. I mean, that tells you pit bull culture is protected, dog culture is protected in the same way, but pit bull culture especially, and they're making profit off of the deaths that the dogs cause, and it's drug companies. Dogs already use Prozac. If you look up Prozac use in dogs, or the main ingredient in Prozac, the side effects for that are like neurological failures and extra aggressiveness and extra nervousness too. So you could have a dog that you gave a bunch of Prozac because you wanted to take him to the vet, or you had company over and you wanted him to chill down, and then you take him off of it, or you give him a different dose, and then he might snap and bite or be mean, or growl and bark because the leaf fell down outside. So the drugs are already giving these dogs side effects that can lead to problems. So how do we know this new drug isn't going to do that too? It's affecting the whole growth hormone of the dog. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Comment below. Check the description. I'll put some everything I mentioned in here. I'll put in the description. Thanks.